Jason, thanks for joining us. Obviously, we're here at the opening of the new training facility at Moorview Park. What can you tell us about how we got to this stage with the new development behind the goal?
I think, David, we've got here through a desire from the main club and the academy to first and foremost improve the area behind the goal, because it was an area that was probably becoming quite overgrown and derelict. The academy were very keen to have its own training facility and to have a presence here at Moorview Park. So from that point of view, they're the two things that drove us on to want to do something. And we also, if I'm being honest, wanted a facility that ultimately might benefit, the local community on all sides in Lurgan, where they could come and potentially use it as well. So look, there were the driving factors behind us, sitting down and having a conversation about this. COVID did hinder us in terms of our timeframes, but we started work there about 18 months ago, and we're thrilled with the product that we've got here in the end.
Yeah, I mean, at one point there was discussion around this going to be a hospitality function room and all of that, a new stand and that.
There was.
But obviously that's been earmarked now for the redevelopment of the pavilion with the stadium funding, if that ever comes through. So obviously we had to do something around here, but I think it's turned out really well. What can you tell us about the layout and what exactly it's going to be used for?
Well, look, at this particular minute in time, it's set up as one seven-a-side pitch from top to bottom, and within that there's 3 5-a-side pitches. So what we can ultimately do then is we can have 3 5-a-side games going on here at the same time. We can have a 7-a-side game going on. So we envisage this as certainly our younger players within the academy training here quite a bit. We also envisage being able to work with various leagues in the local areas to be able to facilitate 5-a-side and 7-a-side GDC and grassroots games as well. And what better environment to be doing that in than Moorview Park?
So hopefully this will be the starting point for a lot of Glenavon stars of the future then?
Well, I would like to think so. So hopefully we're well on the way to getting a few as we are. But look, the better our facilities and the more that they're our own, then obviously the better we can do and the better we can grow.
Yeah, it's certainly something. If you look around the grounds, certainly in the Irish League at the minute, they all seem to have their own sort of training facilities, certainly very close. So I suppose it's a case of us joining in with that and I suppose progressing to where we need to be to then move forward. Obviously there was discussion around whether it was going to be a grass pitch or whether it's going to be 4G. What's the plan with that then?
Well, the plan ultimately is for it to be 4G. I mean, I think it's a unique experience for 7, 8 and 9-year-olds to be playing on a grass surface these days, because they very, very rarely do that, which, depending on what side of that argument you're on, grass is probably where football should be played. But ultimately we acknowledge that for this facility to get the use that we want it to get, that it will have to move to 4G, and the plans to do that are underway. But I mean, you're talking a very significant amount of money to turn even an area of this size into 4G. So, we want to work with various stakeholders in the area, the council, Sport NI, and talk about how we can do that as swiftly as we can so that we can maximise its function.